Hey guys, I hope everybody's ready for the weekend. Well, we had some action the last few days, haven't we? Big drop for the S&P. Dollar made a bounce, and right now the last hour is not looking that good for the dollar. But you can see clearly how the euro is inverse dollar. The S&P, I had this trade set up over here. Let me remove it. They perfectly touched this trend line. We've been looking at it for already over a month, and they just made a little fake out through it, touched 3.6, and now they bounced over at this support over here. And it was actually a perfect retest, and yeah, it's looking good to me. It's looking good to me. They're already bought it back up to the previous all-time high, and yeah, for me it looks like a good bounces in here and maybe new highs even. Not looking that good. I mean, it is looking quite good actually. Here we have a look at Bitcoin. This is kind of what I expected, especially if you look at yesterday's video or thumbnail. We made a nice pop in the 9.8, stopping everybody out. This is bullish, guys. This is quite bullish. I know a lot of people think it's quite bad. We had the last 4 hourly. We had a new low, just a little bit, but it got bought back up immediately. And well, the resistance right now is 10.5, exactly this line over here. And to me, it still looks kind of good. The downside is if we draw a line from over here to here somewhat, that is bearish. This is a line I have from Master Luke, and Master Luke is the god of TA when it comes to Bitcoin. Master Luke had something like this, I believe. He had something like this, or even a bit more like this. He expected more upside, but yeah, it broke down. But we still have this line. Wait a second. We still have this side. If we take the tops over here and the top over here, we have actually a bullish retest. Plus, as long as we are above 10k, I think we're good. And this was just a bullish retest or a shakeout, if you want to call it like that. We had those over here as well, and in 2015 we had them as well. I am on the Bitmex chart. Let me go to the Bitstamp chart. We can see it over there. We had it. We had it over here as well. Kind of a fake out. Over here we had that fake out as well, and it went all the way to around $150. I remember it like the day of yesterday. I bought here spot Bitcoin at around $180. Yeah, that was if you look back at it, it was a really wise decision. Back at the time I was really scared to do it, because you never know. And here we see this one as well, a really good retest. We had this head and shoulders pattern over here, and we broke down. Sorry, let me zoom in. And as we know now, we broke down this line. But for now, I'm still bullish. We would like to close the weekly above 10.5 and the daily as well above 10.5k. But I'm still kind of bullish. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum did a bit worse than I would have expected, but still a lot better than Bitcoin. 360 is kind of what 11k was for Bitcoin, so Ethereum is still relatively good. Made taps on 360 again. That is the level we want to hold for Ethereum. The daily. And why is that? Well, we have this high over here for Ethereum. I expect a bounce for Ethereum over here, and let's remove everything. The resistances right now for Ethereum are first this one around $400, I would say. Tops over here on it, and over here, and then we have 440, and then we have around 480. So this is what Ethereum is in. I'm personally expecting something like this. I think it will be bought back up. Stops, of course we use stops, and I advise stops. Too low, I would say 330 somewhat. Just above this one in the VPVR, we see a little bump over here, and we're on the daily. So I would say just above 330. That's where your stop should be, or just below it. I mean, right now the daily is a doji, and it's a really big doji. So that is actually a reversal candle. So I'm still bullish on Ethereum. Ethereum as well made a retest over here. Ethereum BTC we're looking at now, and that's exactly this level, these highs over here. Yeah, still not looking too bad. We see this line forming now on Ethereum, and yeah, it's going very steep. So matter of time before it does break, but we can ride it for very long. All the supports for Ethereum. This is resistance. Longing it here, yeah, possible. I mean, with everything going on in Davy, it is looking very good. Of course, the future of Davy is not set yet. There have been some exit scams, I believe. So yeah, it depending on what DeFi is gonna do. Yeah, it's looking good for now. EUS, we're on the hourly now. Let's zoom out to the daily. And well, their dump got bought back up quite well. It's not that bad as it looks actually. Or not that bad. How much did they go up the last 24 hours? Yeah, it's 14%. I mean, not sure if you should long it here, but it doesn't look that bad. Where you do want to long it is a break of this horizontal and this trend line. That's where you want to long EUS. Let's take a look at NEO. We're in the 5-minute chart. Can't see anything on that. Let's go to the daily. Not looking that bad either. Not at all. I mean, Bitcoin had a bad dump. How much is NEO? Is 5% up for the day. Of course, we did have the last 2 days a little bit of a dump, but it's not looking that bad. NEO has to break above $20 again, above this high over here, and then it's looking sunny again for NEO. They didn't even come back to this high, or they did do a retest on this. Looks very good. This high over here. NEO just looks good. You can easily put a long in here and the stop at $15. Maybe even a bit higher, maybe at 16. Yeah, NEO is looking very good. Take a look at SXP. Needs to bounce here. We see this bump in the volume profile. Really needs to bounce here. Nothing much to say about it. SXP. Comp. Is exactly on this one right now. We can see the levels. Over here we have some action on this price level, and over here as well, and over here we have tops. So what you want to see for like comp is staying above this horizontal green line. That's really what needs to happen. Take a look at the fundings, refresh it, and yeah, funding is not negative. I would like to see it more negative. Seeing negative funding on Bitmex is most of the times a long signal for me. Last night we did see it going very negative. And over here I said buy. Just buy it. I mean, we were so low, you should have just bought it. And the last 6-hour candle, man, it looks good. For the Bitstamp, we have some resistance, some orders over here, but the 6-hour candle is looking mighty good. Can you see that, guys? Bought it back up all the way. Looking mighty good, and this is of course the level, an horizontal level. We want to close the daily above it. Put on the aggregated heat map if you want to see the order standing over here. Yeah, I am bullish now for the S&P 500, slightly bullish as well for Bitcoin, or well, I am kind of bullish. I think this was a good event to buy the bottom, and yeah, bullish as well for Ethereum. And yeah, I'm basically thinking this was the bottom, and we are gonna see bounces, hard bounces, people buying back in, and I'm quite sure of it. If you want to trade with some leverage yourself, make sure you use one of these ref links. You get some extra discounts. If you already have an account, make a new account. And what does it give you being on my ref? Well, you can always ask me for advice or trade setups. Anything you want, you can ask me everything. And make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.